everyone, welcome to my channel Tunes from NCERT. So our today's topic of discussion is Introduction of Animal Kingdom. In this chapter we would learn some important terms which are related to animal kingdom. So in the starting we will start this chapter from the basis of classification. So in spite of differences in structure and the form of different animals, there are fundamental features which are common to various individuals in relation to arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive, circulatory or reproductive system. So this paragraph is saying that there are many differences in different animals, but there are some common features which are related to various individuals. The common features may be the arrangement of cells, the body symmetry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive, circulatory or reproductive systems. So this was all about this. So these features are used as a basis of animal classification and some of them are discussed here. So the first basis of classification is level of organization. So first of all, what are the levels of organization? So all the members of kingdom Animalia are multicellular. There is no single cellular organism in the kingdom Animalia. So the first level of organization is that all the animals in the kingdom Animalia are multicellular. So they have more than one cell. So all of them do not exhibit the same pattern of organization of cells. For example, sponges. The cells are arranged as loose aggregates, so they exhibit cellular level of organization. So what happens in sponges? The sponges is the first classification of animal kingdom. In this classification, there are loose cell aggregates. The cells are loosely arranged and they exhibit cellular level of organization. This term you have to remember, cellular level of organization. So what happens is, some division of labor occurs among the cells. So all these cells present in sponges, they perform different activities. Like one cell will perform different activity, another will perform a different activity. So this was all about sponges. Next comes the coelentrates. The arrangement of cells is very complex. Here the cells performing the same function are arranged into tissues. Hence there is tissue level of organization. As I have already told you that sponges have cellular level of organizations. So you have to remember that coelentrates, this next level, the second classification of the animal kingdom, exhibits the tissue level of organization. A still higher level of organization, that is, organ level of organization, is exhibited by the members of Platyhelminthes and the other phyla, where tissues are grouped into to form organs. So as we all know, firstly a cell is present, then a group of cell makes tissues, then a group of tissues make an organ. So groups of organ make the organ system. So this was all, that there was cellular level of organization in sponges, tissue level of organization in coelentrates and also ctenophores, which is not written here. Organ level of organization is present in Platyhelminthes, and rest all the classifications exhibit the organ system level of organization. So here organ level of organization is exhibited by the members of Platyhelminthes. So the next level, as I have already told you, the organ system level in animals like annelids, arthropods, mollusks, echinodermates, chordates. In these classifications, the organs are associated to form functional systems, each system concerned with specific physiological function. So as different organs form different organ systems, so these systems are concerned with a specific physiological system. Like in humans, we have digestive system, circulatory system and different various systems. So this pattern is called as the organ system level of organization. Organ systems in different groups of animals exhibit various patterns of complexities. So these complexities may be, like for example, the digestive system in Platyhelminthes has only one opening to the outside of the body that serves as both mouth and anus. So this type of digestive system which has only one single opening, this is known as incomplete type of digestive system. A complete digestive system has two openings, mouth and anus. So this is present, this type of, that is complete digestive system, is present in higher classes. Similarly, the circulatory system is also of two types, the open type of circulatory system and the closed type of circulatory system. So what is the difference between the open type and the closed type of circulatory system? In open type of circulatory system, blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly bathed in the blood. So in the closed type of circulatory system, blood is circulated through the series of vessels of various diameters. So these various series of vessels of varying diameters are named as arteries, veins and capillaries. So next we will talk about the symmetry. Animals are categorized on the basis of their symmetry. Like the first classification, sponges are mostly asymmetrical. What is meant by asymmetrical? Asymmetrical means that any plane that passes through the center of the body of the organism does not divide them into equal halves. So I think this would be clear. When any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides the organism into two identical halves, that type of symmetry is known as radial symmetry. This radial symmetry is exhibited by coelontrates, ctenophores and the echinoderms, adult echinoderms. So all these have this radial kind of symmetry. Third one, the animals like annelids, arthropods, etc. and the more higher classes, where the body is divided into identical left and the right halves in only one plane, they exhibit a bilateral symmetry. So I think you must have understood that if we cut the body in any plane and it is not equal in any of the planes, so that is known as asymmetrical type of symmetry that is present in sponges. If in case of hydra, this is a hydra, we cut it in this plane or we cut it in this plane. So if we cut it in any plane, the resultant would be equal. So this type of symmetry is known as radial type of symmetry. Third comes, it's a crab. This is not a radial kind of symmetry, this is a bilateral symmetry. So the meaning of bilateral symmetry is that if we divide it into, the body is divided into identical left and identical right in only one plane. If we cut it in this plane, then only this and this are same. If we cut it in this plane, then the body will not be the same. So this was all about the meaning of the symmetry, that is the asymmetrical type of symmetry, radial type of symmetry and the bilateral type of symmetry. So the third classification is diploblastic and triploblastic organizations. Animals in which the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers, that is the external ectoderm and the internal endoderm, this is known as diploblastic animals. So this kind of organization is present in coelontrates. An undifferentiated layer, that is the mesoglia, is present in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. So this diagram can be asked in your board exams. The diagram is of diploblastic germinal layers and the triploblastic germinal layers. You have to remember this diagram and draw it properly, so to attain the full marks. And also this diagram can be asked in NEET exam. So external layer is known as ectoderm, internal layer is known as endoderm, and this undifferentiated layer is known as the mesoglia. So this undifferentiated layer, mesoglia, is present in diploblastic cases of organization. So in triploblastic condition, outer is the ectoderm, internal is the endoderm, and in between mesoderm is situated. So this kind of organization is known as triploblastic kind of organization. So those animals in which developing embryo has third germinal layer, that is the mesoderm, in between the ectoderm and the endoderm, so these animals are known as triploblastic animals. So the classification, the classes of platyhelminthes to chordates are the example of triploblastic animals. The next basis of classification is coelom. So the absence or presence of cavity between the body wall and the gut wall is very important classification. The body wall which is lined by the mesoderm is called as the coelom. So in this condition, the first condition is a coelomate type of condition. Here, ectoderm is present, endoderm is present, mesoderm is also present, but there is a body cavity between the mesoderm. So this kind of body organization is known as coelomate type of body organization. And so the animals which exhibit this kind of body organization are known as coelomates. So the example of coelomates are annelids, mollusks, arthropods, echinoderms, hemichordates and the chordates. So in some animals, the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm. Instead, the mesoderm is present at scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. So this kind of arrangement is known as pseudocoelomate type of arrangement, in which what happens is the ectoderm is present, the endoderm is present, but the mesoderm is present in the form of scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. So this kind of arrangement is known as pseudocoelomate type of arrangement, and the animals are known as pseudocoelomates. So the example of pseudocoelomates are the Acylomates. So at the last, the animals in which the body cavity is absent is known as, these animals are known as the Acylomates. For example, the Platyhelminthes. So in this case, ectoderm is present, endoderm is present, mesoderm is present, but there is no body cavity between the mesoderm. So this kind of arrangement is known as Acylomates type of arrangement. So the fifth basis of classification is segmentation. In some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments with serial repetition of at least some organs. So this repetition of the body, either it is external or it is internal. This is known as segmented body, and this is known as segmentation. The definition of segmentation is the serial repetition of at least some organs. For example, the segmentation is present in earthworm. In earthworm, the body shows this pattern of segmentation. So this pattern of segmentation in earthworm is known as the metameric segmentation, and this phenomenon is known as metamerism. This is a very important phenomenon. Many a times MCQs are framed on this. So the final basis of classification is the notochord. So what is a notochord? Notochord is a mesodermally derived rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side during the embryonic development in some animals. In this definition, there are specific words which you have to remember, like mesodermally derived rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side during the embryonic development of some animals. This notochord type of structure is not present in all organisms or all animals. It is present in some animals. So the animals with the notochord are called as the chordates, and those animals which don't have this notochord are known as the non-chordates. So the non-chordates are classified from the Porifera, phylum Porifera, to the phylum Echinodermates. So this was all about the lecture. I hope you must have liked the lecture. Do like and share this video, and also subscribe to this channel if you have not yet done, and also follow my page on Instagram, Tudes from NCERT. Thank you.